Hello FNAFers, the winter spring has come and so did the FNAF 2 movie news. And the movie has officially finished filming, and not so long ago we got new teasers from Taco, which I think were the set photos Scott promised to show, a look at the Pizzeria facades, and Jason Blum has tweeted a teaser for more FNAF Movie 2 news. So I decided that it would be a perfect time to cover everything we know about the FNAF 2 movie so far, from teasers and announcements to testing codes and leaked scenes, and theories as we go along. And let's start with that tweet by Jason, in which we see a lot of comments from FNAF fans asking for FNAF 2 movie news. One of these comments was actually by my friend and fellow YouTuber, Sir Cypher. And then at the end of the teaser, we see it's a 1 week. But what you might not have noticed is that in some frames there are phrases, "It's me, April 2nd, and save them." And what April 2nd is referring to is CinemaCon, which takes place on that date, and where it has been rumored for some time now that we will get a FNAF 2 movie first teaser trailer. But there has also been information about the first trailer releasing publicly somewhere from May to late July. If you have been watching Dago, Abid Ryan, Rasbowski, or Bess, you probably know that they went to visit the FNAF 2 movie set not so long ago, where they met Scott, and they have posted their videos on the new Pizzeria facades that were built for this movie. And yes, I said facades, as 2 were actually built for the movie this time. One is a cut-off version of the one from the first movie with a green screen behind it, and the other for the new FNAF 2 Pizzeria. The only notable thing about the first one is how it has some floor built in the back of the facade in front of the doors, which means that we will probably see a scene in the movie of someone opening the doors, which are now plastered with flyers advertising the Fazfest, which we will return to later. As for the FNAF 2 Pizzeria, it looks similar to the first one, not only in style, but in how apparent it looks. Which means that unless they will make it look clean or made a 3D model of the clean version, we will probably only see the abandoned version of the FNAF 2's Pizzeria's exterior in the movie. And that, combined with the fact that Mike and Abby are both returning to probably be the main characters, probably means that the FNAF 2 movie will be a sequel instead of a prequel like the game. And it definitely doesn't look like a reopening like in the game. The facade is covered in star shapes and has the black and white tiles going across its walls, and we see a new sign for this location with toy versions of Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Mr. Cupcake. And after the fans criticized the sign from the first movie, this time they made the characters more accurate, and the interesting thing to note here is that it's actually just called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, without anything else after pizza compared to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place from the first movie, or theories stating that Junior's is the FNAF 2 location, or that it's called the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This leads me to think that the FNAF 2 location was actually the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that had the unwithered animatronics, and it was the one that was reopened in FNAF 2. We also see that above the door there is a window with all 4 animatronics on it, including a fixed version of Mango, as you can tell by her having both of her eyes. People also pointed out that in this image, you can see something like faceplates, slits. But I think this is just how windows with such images are made. And we do know that they won't have them anyways. What's interesting about this facade is that it has a similar interior section built behind the doors. And it also happens to look abandoned, like the outside. There are fallen leaves on the floor, and some framed posters on the walls are tilted. There is Toy Freddy on the floor tiles, and it might be just the video quality or lighting, but it looks like it has faded away due to age. But in one of the 3 photos Dago revealed on his charity stream, we see this same exact floor, but clean and unfaded, which means that we will probably see the interior of the location before it became abandoned in perhaps a flashback scene. All the posters and signs inside have Freddy Fazbear's written at the top of them, with a tagline below it like, "Today is your day to play. Don't be shy, come dance. Fun lurking in every corner. And where a kid can be crazy." By now, both facades have sadly been taken down since they finished filming the movie, but right before they could finish, it got delayed by about 2 weeks due to unexpected snowfall in New Orleans, which covered the facades, creating a magical image of the official Freddy Fazbear's exterior covered in snow. Ironically, sometime before the snowfall, they actually had a code named. They actually had codenamed one of the scenes as a Christmas costume party. But sadly, we will most likely not see Freddy's covered in snow in the movie. However, we will see its road sign, which was installed right before the snowstorm, on which we see the same imagery as on the building sign, but this time saying "Freddy Fazbear's, the fun starts here," and the word "entrance" with an arrow pointing towards the building. Next, to theorize about the teasers we will see in this video, it would be nice to know all of the confirmed returning characters and crew. As you may have assumed, Scott, Jason Blum, and Emma Tammy are all returning to make and direct the sequel. And you might already know that Matthew Lillard, who played William Afton, signed a 3-movie deal, meaning that he will be in the FNAF 2 movie and FNAF 3 if one will be made. But he has also been posting and talking about how he is filming and how he was finishing filming for the sequel. And we even saw Dago show a teaser of him being on set. But from what I think is heard, there might not be many scenes with him. But what about the others? Josh Hutcherson said that he couldn't wait to get back on set for the FNAF 2 movie before it started filming. And later on, 2 set photos were posted of him posing with fans. And not so long ago, there was a leaked photo of him at the new FNAF 1 facade. So he is confirmed to be back in the sequel as Mike, just like his sister, Abby, played by Piper Rubio, who was confirmed to be in the movie by Hank's actor and leaked information about the movie's scenes, which will feature her, but we will talk about them later. What is interesting is that there has been also a casting call for an actress that's a Caucasian female with brown hair, height 5'2", 5'4", age 18 to 23, as a photo double for the run of show, which was later confirmed to be for an adult Abby photo double, with open availability from October 25th till the end of January, which is the whole time of the filming. This means that we will see adult Abby in the movie, either in a time skip scene or in someone's imagination, but sadly, we don't know anything else about this version of her. Vanessa, played by Elizabeth Lale, has also been confirmed to return, but unlike other characters you've mentioned, we actually haven't gotten much information on her. Only that she is on one of the teasers Doug showed on his charity streams, of her being on the set, and leaked information of a scene she is in, which we will also talk about later in this video. And she only confirmed that we will see more of her in FNAF 2 a few days ago. And speaking of Elizabeth Lale, she has also followed Freddy Carter, who has been cast in a lead role in the movie. It has been rumored since summer that there will be a new lead role in the FNAF 2 movie, and that the movie will introduce another main character to the plot, who is taken from the game's main characters, said to be a human and potentially involved in a plot twist. But who this is remains unknown. There were rumors that Hannah Emily will be in the movie and have a major role. And there have also been rumors of Jeremy Fitzgerald being in the movie and having a lead role. And so far, that's who people theorize Freddy Carter will play. But there is also a possibility of him playing William in his 30s, which there has been a casting call for. And for the last returning character, we have Bailey Winston, who played the Freddy's employee from the tapes in the first movie. But we don't know anything else about her. Going from our human characters to animatronics, we don't actually have much news on them. As so far, we only saw photos of Jim Henson's creature shop working on them, posted all the way back in the summer for FNAF's 10-year anniversary, and the first official teaser image for the movie with Toy Freddy on it. But the YouTubers who saw them, including Daku, said that the animatronics look just like in the games, and they especially liked Mingo due to how complex she was. There is that much to see in the workshop photos really, just an image of Endo, torso, probably from Mangle, which we saw a miniature version of being worked on a while ago. The back of Toy Chica's face, which is without the beak, which perhaps means it is removable. In addition to that, there have been rumors that she will have more refined features to better fit the suit performers, yet she will still be accurate to the game. An actual endoskeleton for one of the animatronics, a pair of green eyes, probably toy bunnies with what seems to be an LED light remote. Possibly for the lights inside the eyes so that they could glow red like in the first movie. A photo of someone working on Toy Bonnie's ears, and a photo of Toy Bonnie's head, still uncolored and missing a nose, and etc. But there is something that looks like a faceplate like slits that were on the window, but again, I think these are just the seams of where the plastic halves of the head are attached, which seems to literally be held up together by duct tape. It is possible that they will remain visible in the end for realism, but it's also possible that they will cover that up in the end, when they will be making him blue, and he won't have these seams in the end, just like Toy Freddy. Speaking of Toy Freddy, we also have a photo. We also have photos of his head and Mangle's being watered. But we don't see any slits on Toy Freddy in this image either. So either this photo has an already polished version of his head, or Freddy simply won't have it while Bonnie will. We also have some photos of Withers being worked on, with a photo of Withered Foxy's mask, which is its own mode and not the same as FNAF 1's Foxy, as I talked about in my previous videos. And in the background, we can see something with Withered Pony written on it. And later we got the photo of what seems to be Withered Body being worked on, with the human head model inside it, revealing how a human will fit inside the suit. And a photo of other Withered animatronic heads, like Withered Chicas, and what looks to be Withered Freddy's bottom half of their heads. And in the background, we also see some renders of the original game modes of Withered Foxy and Freddy and Toy Bunny. As I said, an official first teaser image was posted for the FNAF 2 movie, with a release date on it, and Toy Freddy hiding behind the curtain, who looks really accurate to the original game model, down to his bow tie shape and amount of eyelashes. The only difference here is that his eyelids look blue and not brown like in the game, and I would want to note here that it doesn't even match Toy Freddy's eyelids on the sign, but it has been confirmed that both Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie will still have their purple eyelids. But to be honest, I think the blue eyelids do make sense, as I think he would fit in more with Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie this way, and overall they look good on him. I also love how shiny he looks. I would even say shinier than in games, which I would expect to see if he was real. As for Mangle, whom we saw a mini model of being worked on a year ago, we have some interesting information about her. First of all, it has been rumored that we will see a fixed version of her in a flashback scene. During filming, she was given the codename Pink Fox, and it has been said that she will be puppeteered by over 10 puppeteers, compared to the 6 who puppeteered Foxy for the first movie. But the most interesting information we have is of a scene she will be featured in which we will see a stunt double for Vanessa driving, and Mangle tries to jump onto the roof but gets hit by a car and flies through a window while both Mike and Abby are present. And based on what Taco and others said about the scene they were shown, this might be the one they were shown. Now, onto the animatronics we haven't yet seen any images of yet, but have rumors about them. There are rumors that the puppet will be referred to as the Marionette in the movie, and will be the one controlling the animatronics in this movie, perhaps in a similar way to how Willem controlled them in the first movie. It has also been rumored that she will be communicating with Abby through the fast stacker, which we saw on one of Daco's teasers, where we saw it on a wooden table lying on top of some drawings, which are perhaps Abby's, and on the fast stacker we see the words "You there?" The fast stacker is probably one of those toys on which you can write a message and it will read it out loud. And I think it is pretty likely that it will make the same noise as the voice that spelled out "Save them." in the FNAF 2 and Come Find Me in the credits of the first movie. There is also rumors stating that a very shiny 3 feet tall statue knockoff of Balloon Boy with a small black balloon blower in its mouth and holding his balloon sign will be standing near the entrance door of the pizzeria. And if you wonder, JJ has also been rumored to be in the movie. But these are all just rumored leaks and should be taken with a grain of salt. One of the scenes has been rumored to have Spring Bunny and is described as he was working on something in a dimly lit basement or a storage room on a workbench. But it's unknown if this is a flashback or not. Another scene with animatronics that has been leaked is of Abby's school science fair, which driving by fans spotted the shooting for and the school buses of Abby's new school, called East Lake Middle School, probably meaning Abby will be in middle school this time, where Abby did a presentation. Both Josh Hutcherson and Piper Rubio were spotted at the location. The scene is said to feature Abby bringing Toychica to this science fair, where Toychica speaks and kills a science teacher, which could line up with one of Scott's script pages where Toychica does speak. There have been multiple casting calls for this scene, for students on a bus, middle school students, science fair judges, and Lizzie, along with her photo double, a blonde-haired girl for a science fair scene. I must admit that it is interesting how Abby, who's Mike's sister, will be at a science fair where there will be a girl named Lizzie with blonde hair, which sounds a lot like Elizabeth, who is Mike's sister in games. But I would assume that it actually doesn't mean anything, sadly. Additionally, there has also been a casting call for a vehicle from 2005, or before, for filming, meaning that the FNAF 2 movie might take place 5 years after the FNAF 1 movie, due to the verse being in 2000s. Now, onto the Fazfest. As I said earlier, the FNAF 1 Pizzeria facade was plastered with flyers advertising the Fazfest, for fans, by the fans, taking place on October 12th at 111 Maple Street, calling anyone and everyone. You're invited to Fazfest. Come celebrate Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica, and so many more your way. Dress to impress. Costume contest. There are multiple versions of these flyers with different colors and animatronics in them, but it seems like for the most part they are focusing on the toy animatronics, with Foxy being the only exception. The location for this Fazfest scene has been found and leaked with photos of a stage and some photo cutout of Freddy and Chica. Well, all of the street lights have the Fazfest posters and lights shining off them all over the street. We also have a photo of some stands and these posters on what seems to be the backside of those stands. One of the stands is a pizza stand, where obviously they sell pizza in what seems to be Freddy's pizza boxes. And to the left of it, we see a concussions stand serving popcorn, cotton candy, pretzels, lemonade, tea, and water. We also see a stand selling the Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy costumes, with either a Freddy statue or a person in a Freddy costume standing in front of it, and a stand selling Freddy's t-shirts and caps, which I would assume are fan-made by the fans hosting this Fazfest. One of the stands also seems to feature a Freddy's themed prize wheel, and the last stand is for caricatures, and this one was even casting for real-life character artists. There were also casting calls looking for haunted house actors, which is theorized to be related to Fazfest rights, but I think it is probably related to the Fazfest. But it would be cool if it was for an ending scene where they find Springtrap as a setup for the FNAF 3 movie. There have also been rumors that McKenna Grace will be in the Fazfest scene. This Fazfest scene has been codenamed Christmas Costume Party, which, as I said earlier, was quite ironic considering that it snowed there at the end of the filming. This codename was used for a casting call for Christmas Costume Party attendees, kids ages 6 to 17, for a night shoot. And there have been casting calls for cosplay teens to dress up for a Comic-Con type event, which we can assume is for the Fazfest, as there have actually been leaked images of people walking around in costumes at the Fazfest, and even the flyers said that there would be a costume contest. Those photos also featured toy Freddy, but sadly I cannot show these photos due to them being copyrighted. But we do also have photos of the place where those costumes and clothes were stored at. While driving by, some fans noticed that they were filming a scene at this location at night, and claimed that there were drones flying around, meaning that we will probably have some drone shots of the Fazfest at night. And there seemed to have been police cars, which could be just there because of the filming, but maybe Toy Freddy will actually kill someone there, and that's why the police are there. That's all for the Fazfest, so let's now talk about some flashback scenes. One of the scenes was spotted filming by a fan where it looked like there were two sons and a father camping, and there was also a car scene with luggage. Some theorize the car belongs to William and that this is a flashback similar to those with Mike and Garrett from the first movie. There has also been a casting call for park kids ages 6 to 14, which could be somehow related to the scene. If the scene is related to the flashback scenes from the first movie, which were set in another state, Nebraska, compared to where the movie was actually set, and we have casting calls for travelers and airline staff, so perhaps we will either see Mike move from Nebraska or return there, or William flying there or away from there to kill Garrett. There has also been a rumor that there will be a Pizzeria flashback scene set from fall to late fall in the early 1980s, and there will be a flashback scene to the missing children incident, of which young Vanessa will be part of, and it has been called a bloody scene. And in addition to that, there have been casting calls for children ages 6 to 14 for a flashback scene for a dark-haired little boy on the same days as the flashback scene. And the way stuff. Birthday party kids for a flashback scene and 30 months for a birthday party scene, perhaps the same birthday as the flashback scene. There has also been a casting call for a Pizzeria trainee, which could be related, but maybe it could be related to something like a FNAF 2 Pizzeria reopening for tapes similar to the ones in the FNAF 1 movie, but we already have the actress for those tapes, so maybe not. There are also a few more casting calls that could be related, but I'm not sure. Like for diners, aka bistro diners, which I doubt would be Fredbear's, along with waitstaff, which I mentioned earlier, meaning there will probably be a diner scene and perhaps could somehow be related to the pizzeria scene. And a casting calls for staff, a cashier, and a waitress. There has also been a photo of a person wearing a green and purple hat similar to the one from FNAF 2 posted. There has also been a casting call for young Mike, about 8 years old, William in his 30s, and Vanessa, also about 8 years old. It is unknown in which pizzerias these flashbacks will be in, but one of Daco's teasers was one of the FNAF 2 entrance, floor tiles with Toy Freddy's face on them, but clean and not faded, so these scenes may take place in the second pizzeria and not the first one. And to be honest, I doubt they would reconstruct the first one for this movie. Deco and others have stated though that the interiors this time will be so much bigger, to the point that, unlike the first movie, these interiors couldn't even fit on the same platform or building or something like that. Which, to be honest, makes a lot of sense considering how bigger the location was in game compared to the first game. We also have a little peek at what it will look like, guess the set designer accidentally leaked the set concepts after posting on Instagram. There have also been rumors of water-themed decorations at the new location, but some of these names could perhaps be just some codename for the pizzeria, like they codenamed the Fazfest. These rumors state that the interior of the location will have a pirate cove with a ball pit that will have watercolored balls and a pirate ship in the center, and there will be a cave-like boat ride inside the pizzeria with two puppets on a welcome sign and something called Freddy Fazbear's Waterfront Pizza with a Freddy sign with clouds. And Alison Booker has been cast as River Freddy's employee Charlie. The last part could be, in theory, just a codename for the FNAF 2 pizzeria. It has also been rumored that there will be multiple big interior rides, including the carousel. Another fan spotted a purple car driving to and from a nearby prison, with a filming car following it, and one of the posts posted by Matthew Lillard when he started filming for the movie said starting again, good guy or bad. And people have been theorizing that there might be a flashback scene of William being convicted for the MCI but let go in the games and novels due to the lack of evidence. There has also been another scene that fans spotted filming at a big house with old vehicles. Some people compare this house to the one we saw in The Curse of Dreadbear. And this is most likely the house we see the interior of in one of the teasers posted by Daco, where we see William standing on the stairs, seeming to be disappointed, and Vanessa on the first floor looking worried, listening to Animatronic. Some people try to theorize about the photos we see in the house, like that they are of young Mike or something, but I don't think it will give us much information, because they could be just of William as a kid. Since Vanessa is all grown up here, we can assume that this probably takes place right before or during the FNAF 1 movie, but in theory, this could also be Vanessa's nightmare. There has also been a few casting calls for a neighborhood, like for a neighborhood boy about 10 years old, neighborhood kids ages 9 to 15, neighbors without braids, twists, dreads, or a natural hair color. This detail is in a lot of the casting calls for this movie, due to it being set in the past. And a casting call for neighborhood trick-or-treater. The trick-or-treater or even neighborhood could of course be just codenames for something else, but considering that it has been said that the flashbacks will take place in fall, and the Fall Fest will be in October, it is quite likely that we will see a Halloween scene in the movie. And that's all for scenes, but there are a few more casting calls, but it would be hard to guess what they are for, and who the characters are, but these roles are Ronald Charles Chevis as a day player, meaning he is hired for a short term, Jaquan Monroe Henderson as Robert, Joshua Mark Shankovich as a co-star, and casting codes for a photo double for the run of the show and a body/hand double, parents and a custodian. Some people connected this to one of the Scott Scripts pages where we see someone with kids in the beginning of the film explore an abandoned Freddy's. A photo double for the role of Debbie, who needs to be a Hispanic girl with black hair to film on November 20 to 21. A sister who needs to be a Caucasian female child that is with dark brown hair, who is said to play a key role, and a young sister who is also a Caucasian female child with dark brown hair, but about 4 years old, and is said to play a key role. And this one is very mysterious because it can be Charlie due to the sister part, and the closer option is Susie, who does have a sister and both did have brown hair in the Fazfest fights. But we already saw at least a stand-in for Susie in the first movie, who was blonde, so really this is the most interesting and mysterious casting so far. The movie has also been rumored to have 7 cameos from YouTubers and celebrities. Some options of who this could be are McKenny Grace, whom I mentioned earlier, and Dauka with Markiplier, who were originally planned to have cameos in the first movie. So far, we know that the movie will be released on December 5th, 2025, from the teasers, and it was confirmed by Universal Studios that it will come out exclusively in theaters on that date, meaning that it will come out to streaming services at a later date. The FNAF 2 movie logo, along with its release date, was first revealed in theaters after the first movie's rewatch. There were also special messages from Jason Blum and Emma Tammy.
Because there was an actor strike going on while Freddy's was in post-production, we couldn't do that. So Scott and the director, Emma Tammy, went about finishing the movie without the typical test screening process. Actually, the only people who saw it and gave feedback were friends of Blumhouse employees who happened to be Freddy's superfans. These fans loved the movie so much and gave such great feedback that made the movie even better for all of you. So Five Nights at Freddy's was really a movie made for the fans, but in some ways also by the fans. Plus, once you join the van, you can enter a sweepstakes to win tickets to one of our most anticipated events of 2025, the red carpet premiere of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So thanks again for coming out tonight and enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is 2024, and thank you for supporting horror movies in your local theaters. We are actually at Jim Henson's Creature Shop right now, building the new animatronics for the sequel film. And we are so excited to be working on this sequel for you all, the fans of this film. Now, if it's your first time, get ready to see Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy on the big screen. They are spectacular, and we can't wait to share them with you. However, if you've seen this many times before, we are so excited that you are back in the theater watching it together as it was intended to see. So have fun, happy Halloween, and enjoy the show.
And since we are talking about these special messages, let's as well sum it up with what everybody who worked on the movie said so far. Scott, I believe on one of Dako's streams, commented about how we are all unprepared for the movie. When Jason Blum was interviewed at NYCC, he said that the FNAF 2 movie will be more like Scott's vision, and that all of the cast are returning, along with Emma Tammy.
The fun thing about the sequel to Freddy's is Scott was played the same role in the second movie they did in the first movie, but now Scott really is like totally gets the movie business. So it's even more of his vision, and it's going to be amazing. I mean,
how do you follow that up?
We start shooting the movie in a week.
Such a good,
Only Scott Cawthon could follow it up, and he did. And Emma and the cast. We've got all the original cast back, and our director Emma, who's did a terrific job with the movie. So yeah, comes out next year.
Emma Tammy said that she wants to tie the FNAF 2 movie into the FNAF 2 game, just like FNAF 1. Matthew Lillard was interviewed multiple times and said that the FNAF 2 movie will be more action-packed and different from the first one, having things fans wanted from the first movie. The one word he would use to describe the FNAF 2 movie is improved or expanded, and that fans will be excited. And a few days before filming, he said that he had to grow out his facial hair for it.
Time of life.
Did you like filming Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yes, but it's less. I wasn't there very long.
Okay. How about you? Are you more in the second one? Okay.
I am. So we're about to start. That's why I have this crazy beard. Really dramatic. But I go to work to film the sequel in 8 days. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 10 days somewhere in there. So we're about to go do the sequel, which is good news. So deeply appreciative of what's happening.
All right, 5 nights.
Yeah.
Coming back. How much fun is that? And can you give us any kind of insight?
I always come back is my last line of the movie, so I'm coming back, so that's good. Yeah, I think that, look, here's the great news is that I think the fans fell in love with what we did. I think that Scott is the shepherd of this incredible project, and I think that collectively the filmmakers listened to some of the criticism that they got, and I think they're growing as filmmakers, and I think this film is going to be tonally a little different. I think we're going to have a lot more things that the fans wanted to see the first movie. Look, I think there's going to be I think it's going to be an action-packed film. I think it's going to be very exciting, and I think fans, I think this is fan-centric, and I think they're going to love it.
Vaguest way you can tease the next movie that'll up the diehard fans.
Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out the balance with this question.
Like you could just put it into a word.
Yeah, improved. Yeah, that's
that could mean so much.
Yeah, I think what happened. I think Scott really cares deeply about what fans think. And I think that we answered so many of the lore questions in the first film that I think he's taking that and he's just expanding. I mean, I think the movie, maybe that's my word. Maybe my word is expanded. I think fans are going to lose their mind with this film.
One of the big criticisms of the first movie was that it didn't have blood and wasn't scary. And based on what everybody has said, it seems like they are actually trying to use this criticism of the first one and to make the second movie better. And there has actually been a rumor that the FNAF 2 movie script was being rewritten in response to the first criticisms. I don't know where to put this in this video, so I will put this here. The code name for the movie was Music Box, but now it has been changed to Heartstrings. And reportedly, the movie has a budget of 61 million compared to the first 20 million. During the filming of the movie, Matthew Lillard confirmed that the film would start filming in October 2024 and that it took place from October 27th to the end of January 2025. The movie has fully finished filming and is in the post-production stage. Now, this video should have ended here, but since I wrote the script like a month ago, we got some more info, so let's cover it as well while it is still relevant. And let's start with the animatronic actors. First we have Kevin Foster, who played Freddy in the first movie, will be returning. It is unknown who he will be playing this time, but I think it would make sense if it was either Toy, Withered, or even regular Freddy. again, but he has confirmed that there will be a few jump scares in the movie, which is interesting, as I think I need to drink water. Now that's better. Jump scares in the movie, which is interesting as I think there haven't really been any jump scares in the first one, except for the balloon boy toy, cupcake, and the hand coming out of the Freddy's mouth, which I would barely consider jump scares, and they are nothing like the game's ones. But perhaps this time there will be ones that are like FNAF 2's. Perhaps we will see Wither Foxy jump at someone from a hallway, though that probably would not be that realistic, if we're gonna be honest. Another person who returned is Jade Kinder Martin, who played Bonnie in the first movie, and he will be returning this time as Toy Bunny. As for new animatronic actors, as far as I'm aware, we have Jessica Wiss as Toy Chica and Fiona Thorne, who has been cast as a suit performer, and she is rumored to be playing Fixed Mangle. Considering how each performer matches the gender of their character, we can argue that this confirms that Mangle is in fact a girl, but anybody can wear the suit, so the gender of the performer doesn't matter, so this argument is just kinda dumb. We also got some stunt doubles in the form of, reportedly, Michael Gaines, who will be Matthew Lillard's stunt double, Leigh Wright as Vanessa's stunt double. Why did I say Vanessa instead of Elizabeth when last time I said Matthew Lillard instead of William Afton? Anyways, while her stunt driver for the Mangle scene will be Dagan Hammond. Then we have Karen Maffrey as Abby's stunt double, and Matt Kipper, who did some stunts in the first movie, will be returning as Josh Hutcherson's stunt double. And now onto the actors we will actually see the faces of in the movie. We have two supporting roles played by Sylvia Grace and Evan Soto, but it is unknown who they will be playing as. But some theorize that the latter maybe will be Abby's bully, friend, or even an Afton victim. And not so long ago, it has been stated that Henry Emily will in fact appear in the FNAF 2 movie, played by Skeet Ulrich, and will have a similar story to the one in the games. It has also been stated that he will have some sort of relation to the Fazfest. So perhaps as one of the co-owners, he gave the green light for whoever organized this event to host it. Or maybe he is the one who organized it. But that would be strange since the event is by fans and not Fazbear Entertainment. But maybe that will be the big plot twist. And along with Henry, Audrey Lynn Mary has been cast as Charlie Emily and Miriam Spamkin as young Vanessa, and there is actually a video with both of them hanging out like the actor of Garrett has been with young Mike's and Abby's actors after they finished filming. It has been stated that Charlie will only be in the flashbacks, but it has also been stated that she will have dyed hair and wear attire relating to the puppet, like the MCI in the first movie, and that makes me ask if flashbacks also refer to the dreamlike sequences like those we saw in the first movie? Now, onto the production behind the scenes and the official statements. Matthew Lillard has commented on the FNAF 2 movie Animatronics and answered which movie he had more fun filming at MegaCon, saying, "Oh yeah, they look amazing, you're gonna love them," and FNAF 1 because it was more newer and had cooler stuff. While the cast and crew who worked on the FNAF 2 movie have received gift sets which look like a FNAF 2 themed pizza box, and perhaps if we see any FNAF 2 pizza boxes in the movie, they will probably look something like that. Weirdly, these photos come from eBay. The Newton brothers will also be returning to compose for the FNAF 2 movie. We also got a new photo of the Chicacados from the Fazfest and the repeated confirmation that the statue of Balloon Boy will be in the front of the FNAF 2 Pizzeria entrance. That's all for the FNAF 2 movie itself, but we also have the information that a FNAF movie franchise TV series is reportedly being considered at Blumhouse, and that a FNAF movie spin-off from Blumhouse's films is currently in the works, but it is unclear if it will be a film or a show. While the FNAF 3 movie reportedly will start filming 6 months after the second one is released. And finally, it has been revealed that the FNAF 2 movie novel will be released on February 3rd, 2026. Phew! Now, that was a lot of FNAF 2 news for me. All of this information was gathered from what was gathered by the Kate Sterling fan and the Deducer, the latter of whom I actually built a whole Minecraft map based on Sister Location, which he and Samyool have played on Sam's channel, so go check out their video and their channels. Tell me in the comments below what your theories on the FNAF 2 movie are, or you can join my Discord server in the description below and talk about there. But for now, that's it. Subscribe to my channel to not miss any of my videos, press that like button with a bell, and remember, I always come back.